parts of you. These are versions of you. You may believe that you don't hold those qualities, but we all hold them.
Hi guys, my name is Diana Merfeldania. A while ago, I've invested in Kathleen's coaching program. I was so happy when I actually found it, and it was one of the most amazing decisions that I have made to take this program.
My name is Carrie Johnson. Being introduced to Kathleen has just opened my eyes to what is possible. Back home, I have the, reality. But here in Dallas, I have the opportunity to be in my imagination, like literally 24/7.
I really missed the part of the feminine energy and the part of this spiritual connection, and everything since then. I just love doing what I do.
It's amazing when I join the group, and the embodiment sessions, the study groups, the people you meet, the books, the understanding of the laws of nature and I am, and how ease and flow come together when you are you. When I pull in my spirituality, my knowledge, my trading, when it all comes together, I never knew how to make it fit, but it fits. It fits because it's me.
Hello, this is Marlies Hazelaar, and I wanted to come on to explain for me the reason why I entered Diamond Academy. Yeah, things are starting to come to me with ease. I just realized it. Since I am open to receive, I'm not pushing harder, I'm not grinding or hustling. I'm just open to receive. Things start to come to me with ease.
You know, it's good. It's really, it's an amazing feeling to feel like you're connecting back into yourself again, and everybody's different, but everybody's the same. So it's just, it's really good.
With mindfulness, it's like saying, okay, do I want to do this thing afraid? Or do I want to do this thing confidently? Like, it's so beautiful. This is what I mean. Mindfulness is going into situations with the choice to choose the experience that you're going to have.
How can you impact more people? Through unlocking your true potential. Everything starts from within you and expands outside. Anywhere you are on this planet, there is a law of cause and effect. Your reality that you live in today, the life you live, was caused by you. So the ability to accept recognition, to be grateful for what you've done, to be able to say, yes, I did that. I worked on that. I made a difference. That's how we come together and we make a difference in a more powerful way.
Honestly, I have felt a lot of freedom and felt just amazing being able to be here with so many like-minded women and men. It has been an experience I will never forget.
I've sat down and talked with Kathleen one-on-one over coffee or over breakfast multiple times, and it's so fun, and we're healing, we're expanding, we're rising, and we're having fun in the luxury of life. And I'm super grateful for Kathleen for hosting this retreat, offering her wisdom, offering her experience for us, and I'll definitely be back.
This has totally changed me, this program, and I said, I have to help others. I have to teach others this. By changing my life, look at the ripple effect and what it's done for my family and my friends and everyone that I am in contact with every single day. Modern Mentor, opened me up to this world of, oh my gosh, I can do this. Thank you, Kathleen, for everything you've done.
Thank you, Kathleen.
Thanks to Kathleen and thanks to her programs.
So this is the ladder of belief that I help people to climb. We're going to start you where you're at, and we are going to love you where you are at. We are going to embrace it. We are going to be grateful for it. And then we are going to shift up. And then we are going to shift up. And then we are going to shift up. So it is a continual process of adjustment and readjustment and really, really understanding yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How is everyone feeling? I know you're from all over the world, so I don't want to just speak to those that are in one time zone. We want to speak to everybody in all the time zones. Hold on, I want to see everyone. I only see myself. Okay, there we go. It's like thinking you're alone in a room and then realizing that you have 665 people with you and then opening up and letting yourself see them. It's so beautiful. So welcome back to day 2. I have so much that I want to talk about today. It's actually kind of unbelievable. I don't know how we're going to get it in 2 hours, but if we go over a little bit, we'll go over a little bit. Yes, many of you have asked me to wear more color. I love the color black. I find it so powerful. It makes me feel a certain kind of way, and I do quite enjoy it, but I do wear some color sometimes. But I decided, you know what, I'm going to put on a little bit of green. We're getting into spring, and I actually see a lot of green. Jennifer Dent Brown, we are wearing the same color. Mendez is in a green color. Bonnie's in a green color. So what's green? It's the color of money, isn't it? I love it. Yes, yes. So good. Okay, so welcome to day 2. Yesterday was absolutely incredible. The way you all showed up, everybody on Zoom, and then we had a lot of people streaming on YouTube as well. So everybody combined, the collective was so strong, so powerful, so beautiful. I hope you all felt what it was like to be a part of it, because the energy is life-changing. So we had some issues with Zoom and people couldn't see me. I was on a black screen, and then it was freezing for some and not freezing for others. And then we had somebody had a book fly off their bookshelf. Somebody had a painting fall off the wall. Josh sent me a video of his lights flickering at the tail end of the event yesterday. His lights were literally flickering. So really, really powerful energy it really is everything. So use this as much as you can. Allow yourself to feel it, be a part of it, kind of get onto that flow train with us if you can. So we're going to talk today for the first hour. I'm going to finish up with the content for Manifestation Meets Business. The day 2 questions, I'll talk about some of that stuff. We have an interview with Claire. It's going to be very impactful. So you want to hear from Claire. She's a member of my inner circle. She is soaring, and it is such a beautiful thing to watch. So you're going to want to hear that. And then I'm going to talk about what in-person events we have coming up, as well as what we have open for enrollment. And of course, a new course that I will be launching at the end of this month. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it today. So that's what we're going to do. First of all, we're going to do a prayer. So just like we did yesterday, I think I want to start off with prayers at the beginning of all of our sessions from here on out. I think that's a powerful way for us to begin. Okay, thank you, God. Thank you for this live event and for the life and for the wonder of this incredible moment together. Thank you for everyone that is joining from all over the world. Thank you for allowing them to be open to receive the information that will help them to elevate their lives. Thank you for everything that has ever happened to me, is happening now, and will ever happen. For all of it has produced the perfection of this next breath and the glory of who I am now going to be. So thank you. We're going to do a guided visualization now. We're going to start us off with that today. So one of the things that is the most powerful, and I talked about this yesterday, is the importance of getting into the spirit before you get into the mechanical. So we are going to visualize together in this moment. If you can turn your cameras off if you are on Zoom, make sure you are muted. If you are watching the live stream, just sit where you are. If you're watching the YouTube, just sit where you are and allow yourself to feel. Please try not to check your phone or go make a cup of tea, or this is important work right now to tap into the imaginative space. So Jen is going to play some music for us, and I will guide us live this morning. Okay, let's sit comfortably relaxed in your chair. No arms crossed, no legs crossed. I like to have that flow of energy, source energy flowing to and through you. And start by focusing on your breaths. Take a nice deep breath in and release. Nice deep breath in and release. And as you are exhaling, I want you to allow any fears, worries or doubts to leave you with every breath. So every time you exhale, let go of the heaviness. Deep breath in and out. Now on the screen of your mind, I want you to visualize your life, the way in which you desire it to be. So in this place, you have stepped up into the most empowered version of yourself. Your heart is filled with love. You feel nothing but joy. And you are so proud for who you've become. And now I want you to look around and see what this new version of you now has in their life. Where are you living? What kind of business do you have? Who is around you? What are the things that you are celebrating? What are the things that were once on your vision board, but are now a part of your daily life? And when you look around at all these things, how does it feel to have them? To now experience the time freedom, the financial freedom, all of the experiences that you wanted, they're now yours. How does it feel? Does it feel light, joyful, exciting? Are you happy? Do you feel at peace? How does it feel? And as you look around at this life, what are you grateful for? Are you grateful for all the people that have supported you along the way? Are you grateful for the choices you made to choose to become the best of yourself? Are you grateful for overcoming your deepest fears? Are you grateful for choosing love? Are you grateful for you? You did it. Okay, bring yourself back, please. And let us know in the comments section how it felt to be living in your end result. It's Neville Goddard language, living in the end. So one of the things that I have been so blessed to be experiencing for the past few years, but even more so right now, is messages from people in my community sharing with me that they are now living in their end result. And I said that yesterday. I did a little post on my stories. It was meant to be just a recap of the day from my stories, and I didn't even know what to say. And it brought tears to my eyes because all of this was once an idea in my mind that A past version of me would have never even thought anyone would care enough to come on to Zoom with me. I didn't even believe in myself at all to even think that anyone would care about what I even had to say. And here I am leading visualizations for 700 people that care about what I have to say because I now care about what I have to say. So the experience of choosing what that end is going to be for you and then allowing yourself to match it and then one day experience it, it's really beautiful. And it is why I keep showing up and keep doing this and keep growing and keep ascending every single day, no matter what. It is the art of expansion. And I am so grateful for it. It's uncomfortable. It is. To continue to want to become better, to continue to strive for more, can be uncomfortable. But for me, the idea of staying in the same place for the next 3 to 5 years, 10 years, that feels way more uncomfortable to me. So I would rather be off in la la land. I always say, okay, I'm going back into la la land. I go off into la la land and I dream and I create there and I experience and I get excited, and then I come back here and I'm like, okay, let's do it. I was just saying to one of my members of my team, I have been someone that I would say in the past 4 years has gone all in. Like I have this all in energy to really let myself jump in. And I use the analogy of the swimming pool because so many times I would sit at the edge of the swimming pool and I would just put my feet in. Everybody else would be in there swimming, getting their hair wet, you know, letting their makeup run down their face, having fun. And I'd be sitting on the edge, you know, not wanting to get wet, not wanting to get my hair ruined, don't want to mess up my makeup or whatever it is, sitting there with my feet on the edge. You know what? No, life is meant to be lived. It is meant to be lived fully. And we are meant to just jump right into that swimming pool and just be in joy and be in gratitude and to experience that real freedom of jumping. And so we have physically jumped, like we were in Anguilla and there was a beautiful big rock right at the edge of the cliff and we were snorkeling around it and there was a rope to go up and so many were climbing up and jumping into the next version of themselves. And it was just such a beautiful analogy. So, you know, what's his name too? Will Smith, he has a beautiful video on YouTube about jumping out of the airplane and how the most powerful moment is the moment that you actually decide to jump, to go all in. And that the experience after the jump is the fun, it's the ride. But it's those stressful moments right before you jump where you get to define who you're going to be. Am I going to be somebody that's going to jump, or I'm going to be somebody that's going to go back in the plane, still sitting there and have to get dropped off on the runway and not tell the story of how I did it, you know? So I told Jen this morning, I said, you know, you thought I was all in before. Oh man, I am so all in all parts of my life, everything. I am not going to hold back anymore. I am going to allow myself to be all in. And so if you want to follow suit with me, you can absolutely do that. I am really, really unafraid. And it doesn't mean that the fears never, ever come up, because they will. But I remind myself, oh, no, Kathleen, you don't do that anymore. Oh, no, Kathleen, you are unafraid. Oh, no, Kathleen, like you got this, girl. Fear's not real. And so I have these like inner conversations with myself to allow myself to do it, right? Is there a graceful way to jump? I am graceful in all things I do, including jumping into the pool. You can do whatever you want. I love that so much. Okay, so we did our visualization. I also wanted to say that it has been very, very inspiring because yesterday we had this beautiful live event. We had so many of you joining us. The YouTube replay has over 3,000 replay views of it. Like it's just so beautiful that this type of messaging is actually being heard all across the world. It makes me so happy. And what I have to tell you is the messages and the comments and the text messages, the voice notes that I received from all of you yesterday were so beautiful. And I can tell you that there is a lot of negative and nasty parts to our world. But yesterday I got to see the light. Like, I got to see all the good in our world. I got to see all of your beautiful hearts. And it was so beautiful. And so anytime we feel like things are going wrong and they're bad and the world is not a very good place, I want us to just come back together and do this again and remind ourselves that we can actually be in a state of love and inspire each other and motivate each other and help each other to remain there. Because anything that isn't love is fear, and it's not real. Love is real. Love is God. So if you can stay in that loving perspective with yourself, with others, with the world, this is where you create your own reality. And so yesterday and the day before yesterday, we had people coming to us saying, I don't know what you're opening enrollment for, but I want to enroll now, before we even open enrollment. And this happens from time to time. And we had some people that enrolled in some courses and programs with us in the last few days, and I just wanted to celebrate them. Dr. Sherry and Wells, Bridget, Grace, Ruth, Dee, and Donna all have enrolled in, I think, Millionaire program, all of them. I think so. Just since like yesterday and the day before. So congratulations. And I know there's many, many more of you to join. But for those that have jumped even before, everybody else is jumping, that's pretty fantastic. And so that's that urgent energy. That's that committed energy, that inspired energy. I'm going to talk about inspired action now, but it's really, really important. One of the things I talk about in Modern Mentor Program is the art of ascension. And the art of ascension is actually a way of being and a way of existing in this life. And it is a way that will forever allow you to continue to get what you want out of life. The art of ascension. So what I committed to in September of 2019, when I first met Bob Proctor and I first started learning about the power of the mind and law of attraction, was that to forever make the decision to ascend is what is going to allow you to be open to receive. You will never hear me say that I'm done learning. I'm done growing. I already know it all. I've got it all figured out. Like, you will never, ever, ever hear me say something like that, because that implies then no further growth. Because everything outside of you that changes in your world, in your life, is a direct reflection of the changes within yourself. So we can't ask the outside world to continue to change. We have to ask our inner world, what can become more expansive? What can I ascend in today, right? So the art of ascension is making the decision that from now until you leave these physical bodies, that you are going to choose growth. You are going to choose expansion, that you're not going to look outside of you, but you are going to look within you. I had a beautiful call yesterday with the VIPs for my Love and Money course with Patty Stanger. So Patty Stanger is the millionaire matchmaker. She's a dear friend of mine, and we launched a program probably 5 weeks ago, I think, called Love and Money. She's doing 4 lessons on how to manifest love, and I'm doing 4 lessons on how to manifest money. And I had a VIP call yesterday. And what was so beautiful on that call was the discussion that we had about we attract into our life and keep in our life based on what we believe we are worthy of. So if you want to now start attracting different types of people into your life, whether it's a romantic relationship, friendship, business opportunities, anything, the more you grow and ascend, the more you expand into an elevated version of yourself, you will find that the people you bring into your life will just keep getting better and better and better, because it's a reflection of who you think you are and who you think you are worthy of. So now in my life, I look and I'm like, wow, I have so many. I am just surrounded by such incredible people, and I keep meeting incredible people. What is that about? It's because I keep choosing to elevate. I keep choosing to ascend. So I keep meeting people that match me in that ascension, which is really, really beautiful. But this is the art of ascension. So if I were to say to you today, I am a manifestation teacher and expert, and I know it all already. I have it all figured out. I don't need to learn or grow anymore. That's it. I know it. Here we go. And from now on, I'm going to teach you all the exact same thing for the rest of my life. What will happen to me in my life? I'll stay right here. This is a pretty great place to stay. I'm not going to lie. Life is really, really good. Impact is really, really beautiful. But I am not meant to stay here. I am meant to ascend. I am meant to expand. I am meant to allow more in, to serve more people, to help more people. So that's why I'm on here teaching you what I know today. I'm teaching you from this awareness, from this version of myself. You watch those videos, that testimonial video, the video they played yesterday introducing me, you can see my ascension. You can see how different I physically look, but it's not the outside that was changed. It was the inside that was changed. And that's the art of ascension. So I sit here with you guys today and I'm like, you know what? I have gotten really good at this manifestation stuff. I'm really good at teaching it. I know it. I can help you. Bob used to say, tell me what you want. I'll help you get it. I feel that exact same way. But there is a higher level of awareness for me. There absolutely is. There is more for me to know. There is more expansion, and I am absolutely willing to keep ascending. So even now, what you're observing, so I'm working on a post. I just don't have quite the words yet to describe it, but I am right now in the middle of a quantum leap. I'm in the observation of a quantum leap. So quantum leap means to jump from one level to another level, to jump from one frequency of vibration to another frequency of vibration. So a quantum leap isn't a slow progressive growth. It's not one more person, one more. No, it's a jump up. And this is what happened to me in 2019, and then it happened again, and then it happened again. It keeps happening. So I now leap. And now I get how to do it. I understand how to do it. It's a rise in consciousness. So my rise retreat in the Bahamas, and then Mexico and Anguilla, and next year Costa Rica, it is a rise in consciousness intentionally. It's like a reset that I lead them through over the 3 days. And so I do that with myself now. I call it my consciousness reset process. I started it late at the end of the year, and I did specific things, intentional things to become KC. I even called her KC, not Kathleen. KC, $100 million KC, got my necklace made, very intentional. And then I went within and I said, okay, who is Kathleen? Like, who is KC now? How's she different from Kathleen? How does KC think? How does she feel? How does she show up? What are the words that she says? What are the energies that she is holding every single day? What are her beliefs? What does she expect and assume, right? And so what was so beautiful about that is that that was a sustained now identity, right? It's a sustained identity that I have now become. I believe I am her now, and now I'm observing it. But you have to believe that you are before you will observe. Most of you are looking for the observation to confirm it. So you won't say that you're a successful real estate agent until you've closed X number of real estate deals. That's not how I work. I'm a successful real estate agent the day I start the job. Right? Different energy, completely different energy. And the universe responds to the energy that you are in, to the belief that you have about yourself, right? Ginger, I'm going to talk about courses after the interview. So I'll tell you what course I think would be the best one for you to start with. But here's the thing, is that when you actually allow yourself to become that version of yourself that's always been in there, but you're just going to believe in that version now, and you act in faith in the assumption, you will then now observe it. So I am observing now a substantial rise in what's going on in my life. In my personal life, I'm attracting different people into my personal life. I am actually feeling completely different in the way that my body moves, the exercises I'm able to do, the strength that I have, the endurance, how my lungs are feeling. It's coming up almost 2 years since my lung surgery. It was May 10th of 2022. We are coming up 2 years, and I'm out here running for 45, 50 minutes uphill. My lungs, I think, are better than they were before. And I didn't have any lung issues before. I got pneumonia, but I truly believe, everything in my life is ascending rapidly. And now we have the YouTube going viral, my Instagram growing so fast. The number of people on our live events, we had, I think, about 1,300 individual people on Zoom yesterday and on the YouTube channel watching me live. And I think the biggest we had before that was 600, 700. So can you see how this is a quantum leap based on the identity that I'm choosing to hold? I've not changed my strategy. I don't do anything different. I'm being different. And this is what I want you guys to understand, is that we can support you on whatever that different is for you, right? But it comes from inside of you, not outside of you. 777 again, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. So beautiful. So the art of ascension then is about ascension. It is about growth. It is about expansion. And it is about a rise in consciousness, right? A rise in consciousness. Do you believe that things feel hard and heavy before a quantum leap? So I don't believe that we want things to feel heavy. So I want you to feel light. So feeling light is allowing your light to shine. And the more you let your light shine, the more the heavy will go away. So I don't want you to feel stress. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I don't want you to feel worry. I want you to feel excitement and joy. Those of you that are in my Diamond Academy community right now, how do you feel about your journey? Whether you've achieved what you wanted to achieve or not, how do you feel along the way? Excited, empowered, lit up, absolute knowing and deep faith. Like, it should feel good. The journey should feel good. On fire. Yes, Oriana, I love that. So the journey should feel good. And that's why being in our energy is powerful, because we support each other in that growing and in that feeling of being good together and ascending. But will there be moments of discomfort, of challenge, where there'll be moments where contrast might appear? Will there be times where you're like, it looks like it's falling apart. What's happening? Yes, that might show up for you. Because if you think about it, you are rearranging your life. First, you're rearranging the model in the subconscious program. I'm loosening your model, right? So we're shaking you up. So you might get on here and you're lit up and you're inspired. And then tonight you might go, she is making me feel some kind of way. Yeah, I'm getting you to figure out yourself. I'm getting you to notice what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what pisses you off, what inspires you, what makes you want to give up, etc., etc., etc. So you have to notice that to change that. So yeah, there'll be some discomfort. The other thing too is the law of opposites is very real. So when we call in an experience, you will find just before what you're calling in shows up, you will find that you will see something that appears to be the opposite, but is actually an open door. So I had to make a decision. The day before the YouTube went viral, I made a decision to let go of someone from my life that was very hard for me to do, very challenging. And so in that moment, saying goodbye was the opposite. It was sad. It was uncomfortable. It was emotional. It felt a bit, it did feel a bit, what's the word I want to say? Not heavy, but it felt like I couldn't do it. Like it was like almost like, I can't. And I knew I wanted to. So I had to go through it to get to it. Yeah. So I ended up doing it. And then the YouTube goes viral the next day. And so what happened there? I untethered from something that was keeping me as a past version of myself. So this journey of ascension is beautiful, but it is going to require you to make different decisions. It's going to require you to do things differently. Yeah. And the things that you've allowed in your life, you're going to have to stop allowing them. They're not you anymore. And then you will ascend. One of the things that I talk about in my very first book, and this is very important, is the dominant feeling with which you are in every day. So people come to me and they're like, oh, Kathleen, like you're telling me that I have to be happy 24/7 to manifest? Absolutely not. I have manifested from deep and profound sadness. I have manifested from grief. I have manifested from physical pain and recovering from surgery. So no, you don't have to be happy and positive 24/7 to manifest what you want. Because I'm going to let you in on a little secret that maybe many people don't want to tell you. But even when you have millions of dollars, even when you have the $3 million house and you drive the G-Wagon and you have the beautiful family and you can travel anywhere in the world and you have freedom, the world still will have waves. Life will still throw you curveballs. You're still going to lose people. There's still going to be conflict. There's still going to be hard decisions that you're going to need to make. There is still going to be moments of sadness and anger and frustration. It does not fix everything. It does not take all of that away. But what it does do is it allows you an opportunity to become an ascended and elevated version of yourself so that when I get sad, when I get angry, when I get disappointed, when I'm grieving, it doesn't take me out. It becomes the fuel to my fire instead. It's an opportunity to rise again instead. And in those moments, I check myself, I go within, I resolve whatever needed to be resolved within me, and then I move forward. There were times where things would take me a week to let go of. And now it's like 15 minutes and I've moved the energy. So everything is not going to be rainbows and sunshine 24/7 once you get to that end result. You'll still have the contrast. You'll still have that law of rhythm of life. You're still going to have things. But your ability to manage it, your resilience, the how quick you turn it around, that's what this work is for. That is what this work is for. So it's not about being positive and happy. You don't manifest from mood. You manifest from identity. So when you create an identity of empowerment, of strength, of resilience, when you create an identity of a version of you that can handle anything that comes at you, that remains in gratitude, that leads from love, etc., etc., guess what happens? You're still an empowered person having a sad moment. You're still a super confident person having some moments of grief, for example. So I always say, I am a happy woman. That is who I am. That is my identity. I am happy, very, very happy. But I have sad moments. And so we can manifest from the sad moments as long as we maintain the happy identity, right? Even health, like I didn't even realize how much my identity related to health was impacting my physical body. Not my healthy behaviors, but my identity around health. So I became aware that because I was in a plus size body, I thought I was unhealthy. The world will tell you that. The world will tell you that if you are overweight, that if you are obese, if you have a BMI of that you are unhealthy. But that belief then of you accepting that belief, so to say, yes, I am unhealthy because I carry extra weight, you are now manifesting lack of health in your physical body, and you are maintaining and holding the identity of lack of health. You are not healing nothing. You're perpetuating an unhealthy cycle by believing you are unhealthy. So I switched it. I went, no, I'm healthy. I am plus size and I am healthy. I'm 320 pounds and I'm the healthiest I've ever been. That was 2022. That was the decision I made. to now be health. And guess what? Like my behaviors have followed. Now I believe I'm healthy, so I act in a healthy way. I do healthy things. I move my body. And yeah, my body's completely different now than then. But it wasn't about trying to shrink myself, make myself smaller. It wasn't about trying to lose weight to be healthy. It was just to be healthy. And releasing any of the excess weight was just a beautiful byproduct of it that wasn't even really that necessary. So can you see how now I'm a healthy woman? And so when I eat a piece of cake after dinner, I'm not like, oh, you shouldn't do that, Kathleen. That's unhealthy. That's bad for you. Feeling the guilt and the shame. I know so many of you still feel when you do that. I'm a healthy woman who's eaten a piece of cake today. And that's okay. Guess what? From a woman who has made herself feel so bad for the food that she's put in her mouth her entire life, it feels so good to just be like, I'm eating the damn cake and I'm going to enjoy it. So truly, this is how you release from the heaviness. But one way that I like to see it then is that the identity that you are in. So think about it this way. It's a concept. It's an idea in your head. So who you see yourself as is a pattern and a program, and it's a belief, right? So I see myself as somebody that's moderately successful. I see myself as somebody who's unhealthy. I see myself as somebody who, takes things really personal. I get jealous and envious. There is a feeling attached to that identity, isn't there? So what is it going to feel like to be that version of me? Probably not too good. I don't think too highly of myself. I'm not inspiring myself too much from that identity. So it is an emotional conception of the self. There's emotions tied to the self that you think you are, to the identity, to who you think you are feels a certain way. And so that's your beacon, that feeling. So law of vibration says that we attract based on the vibrational state that we are in every day, not by your in-moment mood. Okay, I want to really distinguish between the difference of that. So to have a sad moment and to be crying, your vibration in that moment will be a lower vibrational state. But if you are existing as an empowered person who believes that they are highly successful, highly wealthy, happy, healthy, loves their life, but you're just crying right now because you had a fight or you're sad because you lost somebody, you're still in the dominant vibration and identity of empowerment. So the universe, God, is still going to respond to who you think you are and who you are being, not an in a moment cry session. So we don't need to be all the time switching out and changing our emotional status. We want to change the identity, and the emotional status will follow suit. So I no longer exist in a place of fear. I don't get really that mad at people. I don't lose my temper. I'm not frustrated. I will never say to you, I am so stressed, I can't handle it. I have no time. It's just not the language that I have anymore because the identity is different. But the dominant feeling that you are in every day that comes from your identity is your point of attraction. Is your point of attraction. This is very powerful because this eliminates any toxic positivity. This eliminates what people call like spiritual bypassing. So when I first started in this work, I thought I just got to be happy 24/7. So I was changing my thoughts like this. Anytime I would have a thought, I'd be like, no, change it. Oh, switch it. Oh, I feel unhappy right now. I can't do that. I got to move it. But what ended up happening was I was just so laser focused on trying to make myself happy that I did not actually process any emotions, any feelings. I didn't actually figure out why I feel the way I do and what's happening. So now I always allow myself to feel. I always ask myself what's going on. And I allow the emotion to move to and through me instead of stale and stagnant. And then I release. So my surgery, my lung surgery in May of 2022 was such a blessing. It was such a gift. It changed my entire life for the better. In that moment, I don't know that I would have been as aware enough to say, oh, this is going to change my life and I'm going to be grateful for this one day. In the moment, it was awful. And it was like, I can't even see what's going to happen tomorrow. I can't even walk right now. This is so painful. But what it has shown to me is that I was not processing emotion. I was holding them and storing them in the body, right? I got pneumonia the first time I ever had anything wrong with my lungs ever in my life. I was at the happiest place I'd ever been in my life. I was manifesting everything I wanted, but I was also going through a separation of my marriage. And so that grief of how my family changed and how my marriage changed, I just pushed it aside and I started walking and I focused on my business and I just redirected it. I didn't process it. And pneumonia is repressed grief. That's the spiritual meaning of pneumonia. Repressed grief. So when I tell you it's important to feel your emotions and allow them to move through, I'm telling you from experience. So now I'll be like, ooh, I'm going to go have a good cry right now. I'm going to go let that through. What am I feeling? I have a journal. I don't have it here. I started a journal that says, Kathleen, like right on the inside, it says, Kathleen, this journal is for you to experience the wholeness of who you are and experience your human. This is where your feelings are to be heard. And that journal is just for me to write my feelings in moment, to allow them to move through. I would never have taught you this without the experience I had with my surgery. So I'm super grateful that it happened, because now I'm a completely different woman in all ways, and I experience life very, very differently. It's really beautiful. So the dominant feeling then is based on your identity. It's based on your identity. It's not just listening to really great music to get into a good mood. It is about actually seeing yourself in a new way and in a new light. We did it a little bit yesterday when we said, allow your power, be more confident, sit differently. And there you are, you sit up. Everybody was like, oh, we're going to raise up. We're going to sit differently. We're going to show up differently. And this is the power behind identity work. The other thing is, self-expression is so easy once you allow yourself to just be you. Thomas Troward said there is a livingness in being yourself. A livingness in being yourself. So what does it mean to be in the living of life? You are in it. You are experiencing it. You are being changed. You are growing. You are expanding. That's the livingness of life. And he says that livingness comes from being yourself. I was not being myself. I didn't even know who I was. I was trying to be what the world thought I should be. I was trying to measure up to her and him and them. And truly allowing myself to be me is so powerful. Every day I feel like dancing for no reason. Let me tell you about dancing. This is actually a beautiful example, Melissa. Thank you for sharing this. So who I used to be, Kathleen, who I used to be, I've always loved to dance. I've always loved to move my body. But coming out of high school and going into university and up into my early 30s, the only way that I would dance in front of anyone is if I had alcohol in my system. So if I would go to a dance club with friends or go to a wedding, I would stand on the wall, sit in the chair, and not move until I had alcohol in my system. And then once I was a little buzzed, I would be dancing the whole night away, right? So I'd have to have a drink in order to dance, yes. What was that? What's that about? I was so self-conscious. I cared so much about what other people thought of me. I feared judgment that I would not allow my body to move, to do. But once I started to tap into who I am and realize my greatness, to actually realize who I am, to be powerful, to see my importance, to let myself just be me, not care what people think, we dancing. And I don't drink anymore. I went to Vegas. We went to a club. We got bottle service. I was drinking Red Bull instead of alcohol. And I was dancing with thousands of people up until 3 a.m. Now, I don't do that often. That is very rare, but I do love to dance. So now I'll dance in the middle of anywhere, in front of anyone. I don't even care. I love it. We're going to be dancing at Manifest Toronto. Just a little heads up. So this is the power behind allowing yourself to express yourself. I am so done with suppressing myself. I really am. To suppress means to stop, to be quiet, to go within, to hide, to not be seen. Why do we do that? So many reasons. You might think you're flawed. You might be afraid of what people think. You might be self-critical. Could be that you're fearful. Maybe you doubt yourself. You don't think you're good enough. It could be that you're afraid to outshine other people. You might think that people think you're cocky or you're annoying, or maybe they think that you're too crazy. But really, really tapping into and expressing who you are is true freedom, isn't it? You don't have to think about it. You don't have to second guess yourself. You can just be. So how does that relate to your business then? Right? So stop trying to be like so-and-so. Do what so-and-so should do. Just be you. Be authentic. One of the most attractive energies in the universe is authenticity. You can feel when someone is authentic and genuine. And you can feel when they're not. But authenticity, being authentically you. I remember when I first became a Bob Proctor consultant, PGI consultant, I got into the energy, and I noticed that everybody was wearing business suits, and even the women, and they would wear these really beautiful business suits with skirts, and everybody had perfect hair, and they had perfect bodies and perfect makeup, and it was very like corporate looking and beautiful, perfect headshots. And I went and got my perfect, beautiful headshot. And I realized one day, what's happening here? I feel like I'm starting to be really like everybody like that. Why do I think I need to be like that? Because everybody else is like that? And so I said, forget it. I'm not doing that anymore. So I stopped having similar headshot. I stopped using the headshot. I didn't want to wear business suits or blazers. You won't see me in a blazer too often. I love to just wear beautiful fashion, wear what I want, show my tattoos. That was a big thing for me at the beginning. I remember the first time I came on and I wore a top that showed my shoulders. I went on and I have a tattoo on my chest and shoulder and up onto my back, which I absolutely love. And I bought this top so I would show it off, and I got on there. And this gentleman, as part of the group, was like, "What's that on your shoulder?" And I said, "A tattoo." And he went, "Oh." And I was like, "Yeah, this is me." So you can show your tattoos, you can wear whatever the heck you want, and you can build the life of your dreams based on authentically being you. And that was life-changing for me. So imagine how that's going to reflect for you in your business. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to measure up. You don't have to be like, look like, feel like anybody else but you. And that authenticity will serve you in a beautiful way. Yeah. Let's get to an interview. Shani, are you here? Shannon Beardsmore is the facilitator of the House of Manifestation. So she runs our Matcha Chats, our networking, our book club. Her and I met in a bathroom in Orlando, Florida in like 2018? Was it 2018?
No, it was 2019.
2019. And she followed me for 2 years afterwards. And she kept coming back to me, "Kathleen, what are you doing?" And now she is here and stepped into her purpose so beautifully. So she's going to interview Claire. And then I will be back. And I want to talk to Claire for a couple of minutes too. But you guys take it away for a minute first.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Claire, you look so beautiful.
Thanks, babe. So do you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I love this. I love that I get to interview you because me and you have just had such a beautiful journey here. And I want to bring this back to when I was trying to think when I first talked to you on the phone. And I believe it was in November of 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was cold out and I was in my car. And then I got off the phone and because Kathleen said, you got to talk to this girl, Claire. And I was like, okay, I'm going to talk to Claire. So I called you up and I was like, hey. And you were like, I was like, oh, wow. And I text Kathleen after and I said, hey, Kathleen, we have she's a strong personality. And Kathleen's like, remember in her like Yoda voice, Shannon, remember you were resistive too.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's funny.
And I was like, okay, I'll just give her some love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just share with us like who you are and where you're from and just where you were at before we had that conversation in November.
Okay, first of all, Kathleen was talking about becoming okay, so I'm a financial advisor, wealth manager. Okay. So this world is extremely, I don't want to say everyone's cold and corporate and gray and blue and like wearing the corporate colors. I love a blazer and I love fashion, but I won't like succumb to what but I mean, I keep it professional because, anyway, for other reasons. But so I was very much in that like masculine energy. I've been doing this for 11 years. Before that, like if you guys have jumped around, I had a look at all of the participants because I wanted to see who was on here and what the energy was of all of you guys. A lot of you, I see the same energy in me, like from when I started. And there's no endorsements for me. There's nothing like that. It's literally just to keep growing our family. I see a lot of the family members on here, and that's just it, is you become such a part of the family. And I didn't know any of that before I joined. And I was like, oh, whatever, this sounds like this is my attitude before I met you guys. I was like, whatever, this sounds like woo-woo, who cares? I won't use the expletives that I use. But I was very much like, if you go back in my Instagram, you'll see I was like, hustle it out, grind it out. I'm in the gym 6 days a week. It'll build the muscle, all of these things, right? I was the top of my company. I was the top 3 in Canada across in my tenure across Canada. And I was doing really well and I was winning all these awards and good for me. But there was like a death inside of me. I would wake up with anxiety thinking, excuse my language, but like, what the hell am I doing with my life? Like what? I had no fulfillment. I knew I loved what I did, but I didn't feel, I don't know, there was something wrong inside of me. And I knew I had actually come from wanting to start a hedge fund. And I think a lot of you, and this is kind of what I'm reading, is you're like questioning where you are and questioning where you're going. And for me, I saw Kathleen, and she mentioned this on her call, on the call yesterday. A lot of people will see what she's doing and it looks super glamorous and they want to become a coach because Kathleen has had all of the success. So I actually started to go down that path. So I spoke to Shani in November of 2022. And actually, so I live in Mexico in the winter and I live in just outside of Toronto in the rest of the time, or most of the time. And I bought this coaching book, not related to you guys. And then I also bought Kathleen's book. And it wasn't until I came to Manifest Toronto and I actually felt the energy. See, jumping on a Zoom call like this for me, I was like, whatever, sounds good, who cares? But it was when I actually felt the energy from you guys that was when things started to change. And I think it was October 14th was Manifest Toronto 2023, and October 15th, something like that, I joined Millionaire.
Yeah, and I love that because it was almost a year of just like, hey, Claire, how's it going? I'm good. And I loved it. I was like, more love, more love, more love. But I think it's so beautiful to see because that is exactly where I was. I was in the masculine as well. So for you to share your story like that, and I did see like an actual physical shift in you at Manifest because if you don't have your ticket to Manifest Toronto, May 26th, get it, girls, get it, boys, run, because it's like a rock it's like a rock concert. Like the energy is just so palpable. But I just saw a shift in you there. And then it was, you're like, you knew because that is what you were missing, right? The feminine that you
Yeah,
felt.
I think I had an inkling of this is what I needed, but I still was unsure. So I was like, I was going to trust it. And then of course the money comes up. Investment manager over here. I'm like, very like, does this make sense? Will I get a return on investment? I have to tell you guys, for me, so in Canadian, I was working Canadian dollars, about 12,000, right? For a millionaire. I paid it right away. I had commissions come in because immediately 3 days into my program, I started using it. And that was it. I was like, okay, cool. I paid off the visa. And then, sorry, Shani, am I okay to continue or do you have something?
No, go ahead, Claire, go ahead.
You know me, I'll just go.
Yeah, it's okay. No, I just really want to talk about like, so like you jumped in then, and then it was like you said 3 days later you got commissions back and it started to roll for you. What did the Millionaire program do for you that was just not, you know what I mean? Like from like even a week in, like I remember us having a conversation. You're like, I just can't believe this.
Yeah, so I've done, I'm not going to name the companies, but I've done like the big purple one that has a ton of courses. I know you guys are probably, you know what I'm talking about. There's a lot where you can do like a monthly subscription and whatever. I've done them all. And because I think we're all searching for something, and that's kind of the trend of the world right now is we're all like, who am I? Where am I going? Where do I belong? What is my path? What is my purpose? Right. And I'm the same. Just because now I'm like super successful with all this work doesn't mean I still ask those things, except now there's so much clarity, right? So as soon as I joined Millionaire, I started to, so I'm listening to the program. I would do it every day because I'm like obsessive and I work at like 5 o'clock in the morning and I just start. I just had this shift. I quantum leaped. Kathleen talked about quantum leap, how you have like a change just like that. I leaped from having anxiety I'd wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning with anxiety and like actual anxiety attacks of like, what am I doing with my life? And I would wake up and just have this knowing, because some of the questions that you'll hear a lot of us, if you join the community, you hear a lot of us say, well, what would you love? And it's such a simple thing. And that's something that I always knew all of the things I wanted. Like everyone knows I want a private jet. It's like the community, a lot of people in the community send me jets. Claire, look at this one. Because they know I'm like jet girl, right? I knew the things I wanted, a house on the lake, a house in LA, blah, 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 blah. But mine was always the how. So Shannon, Deborah Gatola, a few of the other mentors, and of course, Kathleen, they taught me just to let it be. And so as soon as I started doing that and I started to figure out who I started to know exactly who I wanted to be, it works backwards. And for someone like me, who's like, I'm super OCD and I like that about myself because I get things done properly the way I like it, especially in this industry. As soon as I started with Millionaire, I started to form that end person of who I wanted to be. And then it kind of worked backwards. I became the Claire, like a lot of you guys will call me Billionaire Claire. I became Billionaire Claire, but she wasn't in full. She was like 50%. But even at 50%, my business started to blow up backwards. I started to see commissions, $20,000 commissions, 40,000, 100. I got one I'm working on right now, $2.3 million commission. All these, I do a lot of insurance policies, right? For business owners, I know, I haven't closed it yet. So it's coming, it's on its way. And then I had someone approach me and say, hey, listen, I'd like you to manage, there's this group in Canada, I'd like you to manage, they have about 220 million. Would you guys be open to managing that? And I was like, obviously, it all comes to me, right? And it comes to me easily, and it'll start to come to you easily as soon as you start to figure out who that person is that you want to be.
So I love this, Claire, because for you already had you already had the wealth frequency, like you already knew money. But the thing is, like when you just discovered putting in, you didn't have to work as hard, as hustle, as grind. And that's what Millionaire taught you. 3 months into it, you invested into Kathleen's inner circle. So I know from November to October, that stretch, but you were just like when we brought it to you. We just said, like, Claire, this, and you said yes right away. So let's talk about that, like that you made a decision like that, and you're like, yep, doing it.
I think the thing is, here's these amazing ladies and they saw something in me and I trusted them and I still trust them, of course. As soon as I had paid off my millionaire visa, there's Shannon Beardsmore. She's like, Claire, you have to join the inner circle. And I'm like, oh, come on. I'm like, I just paid this off. But you know what? As soon as she said it, I knew I belonged at that table. And I know there's some inner circle people on here. So you become family with the entire community, but inside the inner circle. So for me, Millionaire created this, the best analogy for me is it created this foundation for my mansion, for my house. Okay. But inner circle is all of the like chic interior and the walls and the roof and the pool. And it's like, and in fact, so Kathleen had us all meet on March 7, 8. I live in Mexico, like I said, in the winter. So I flew up from there in Puerto Vallarta. I flew up to LA, and from the second we landed, it's like I always fly first class now. I rented this like I drive a Mercedes here, but I rented this like Mercedes S580. It was just stunning. Like I wanted the experience to show me what was possible. But then Kathleen, she's like, okay, yeah, we have a change of plans. And she brought us, we were supposed to meet in Malibu. And she's like, no, we're not doing that. Something's come through. She's like, don't worry, everyone's going to be amazing. So she brings us up to Bel Air. And again, I'm going to use Canadian dollars because it's a little bit more, into this $92 million mansion. Okay. So for the Americans, I think it's like $65 million mansion. And I'm in this place walking around, and I actually bawled my eyes out. Kathleen had us journal, and I bawled my eyes out and Kathleen and Shannon came up to me and they said, what's going on? Are you okay? And I said, this is where I belong. It just like, I think I totally leaped in that small moment. And I became, so remember I told you guys I had the 50% down already, the other 50% came in. And from that moment, I always say to people, you can't go back. Once you know something, you can't unknow it. Once you sit in first class or business class, you just can't walk past there and go into coach. You're done. Now you have to find the person who always sits in business. Like business class is like the norm for us. It used to just be for vacation when we'd go to Mexico to our house or a condo in Mexico. But no, it's like I became this like expanded version of myself. And this is the woman who I woke up. Remember I told you about the anxiety? This is the woman who I was trying to find. And with these ladies in this material, I had no idea. I thought for sure, oh, okay, whatever. We'll see how this goes. My husband, it didn't even take the course. He's listening in the background. He's creeping in the background in the mornings. And all of a sudden, so he's a agricultural broker. And all of a sudden he's like, I think I'm going to write $904,000 of commission this year. I was like, what? Excuse me? You're going to do like $1 million? And he would do like previously 150, 200 kind of thing. And I'm like, where's that coming from? He's like, oh, I've been listening to Kathleen. Kathleen says da 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 da. So it works for the whole family. It's like they just listen in. Even my son, who's 4, says to me, Mommy, I need a laptop. I need a phone. And I'm like, excuse me. I homeschool him. So I know what his curriculum. Excuse me. What are you thinking? Mommy, I need one because I hear you and I hear you doing lots of big deals and I want to make money so I can buy my own toys. And he'll even say, Mommy, Kathleen says, Shani says. So we've created like this crazy
so beautiful
culture.
And
yeah.
Okay. So everyone knows Billionaire Claire. Everyone knows this, but I want to ask you, what's next for you, Claire? I know you just graduated from Millionaire, but what's next for you? Like, I'm so excited for you. But so,
well, I graduated on Monday actually, and on the 29th, and it was a little bit sad because I was kind of leaving that piece behind. But I get to continue with Inner Circle until the end of December, so I get to be with Kathleen and all of you guys anyway. What's next for me? So yes, there's definitely Billionaire Claire. And you guys, you might think it's kind of funny that we kind of name our expanded person that we're becoming or already are. but it really helps. I used to be an actor, so it actually helps to create that character and think, you know, what does she wear? What does she eat? How does she talk? How does she, you know, carry herself? What kind of language does she use? So for me, the Queen of the North has come right here because, you know, we always watch the show, The Queen of the South with Teresa Mendoza. For some reason, my husband thinks I'm like Teresa Mendoza. I'm like a drug dealer? And he's like, no, not that piece, just like a powerful babe, right? So I said, okay. And actually, I forget, Shani, I think you and I came up with it all of a sudden that Queen of the North just came up. And so Queen of the North is we're going so big, like in the role that I'm in, we've kind of outgrown it. And because I'm licensed, I'm like being careful of how much I say here, but I know that, you know, Warren Buffett, that's where I'm going. That's where I am already. I see the deals coming, the companies we're acquiring. I am a woman who acquires companies. I am a woman who helps. Guys, I love you as well, and I help you as well, but I deal mostly with these powerful babes who are looking to invest in, you know, women's businesses. Let's like help each other and not just say we're helping each other. Like Kathleen, Shannon, everyone's been such a big inspiration. With this work, I see it so clearly. Like you will see me on that Forbes list in the top and very soon. So watch for me. I think the other thing is don't like whatever you're thinking, go bigger. Go bigger, go bigger, go massive. And like for me, I'm scared to death and I love it because I know when I'm scared to death, that's when the growth comes.
Absolutely.
Go big, spend the money. Don't worry about it. It's going to come back to you. With this work, it'll come back to you. And I'm an investment advisor. Okay. I don't do things like this. Well, I didn't do things like this. And now I do.
Now she does.
Yeah. But so Kathleen, sorry, I just want to say, hi, Kathleen. I love you. I just want to say, I see a lot of you at Manifest Toronto. Please come and say hi to me. If I don't see you at Manifest Toronto, I'll see you guys on the private jet tarmac.
Yeah. Oh God, I cannot tell you the satisfaction that I am feeling right now in my whole body because Claire was one of the most resistive people. Claire and Shannon, let's be honest, these two were the most resistive to listening to me and to allowing themselves to experience something different. So to sit here, Claire, and to hear the way you're talking and just to feel the spirit coursing through you is so beautiful. You're lighting our whole inner circle on fire right now. I hope you know that.
I love
Chat's
you.
like crazy.
Thank you.
This is so beautiful. And this is just evidence of what it means to be in a beautiful balance between that masculine energy. You're still working a business, but now you've brought in that feminine so beautifully, that spiritual side so beautifully. And this is where the ascension happens. And then you get more time and freedom. So I can't wait to see you in Miami as well. We have our next Inner Circle meetup in Miami in September. So we're super, super pumped and super excited.
And Kathleen, guys, I haven't started working harder. I homeschool my kid. Okay. I work like a few hours in the afternoon. I see some clients and whatever. I have not started working harder. It's like that for me, the hustle and grind I said at the beginning of my story, that's gross. It's like not chic. It's not the way I want to operate. I know Kathleen doesn't operate like that. None of these ladies do. None of the guys do. It's just not, you don't need to. My mentor, sorry, Kathleen. My mentor is incredible. He'd be like a 7-day a week. We got to get out there. You got to write 40 million of new business. And I'm like, ew, I'll write 40 million and like enjoy my life and like go to the spa and go shopping and be with Henrik, my son.
Have a matcha.
Have a matcha. Yes, exactly. So
yes. And that's why we do like any of the things that you'll ever do with me. If you're a one-on-one client or you're in inner circle or live events, we're going to dance, we're going to hike, we're going to go to the spa, we're going to be out on a yacht. Like we're living life and allowing the forces of attraction to work for us. Claire, thank you so much, beautiful. Oh, I think I probably said at the beginning when you first started, I can't wait till share Claire's. I can't wait till Claire shares on our event because this is going to be a big story. And you definitely did. I'm so happy for you. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks, Kathleen, and I love you.
Thanks, Shannon. Is she doing the clapping? I don't know. We're gonna remove the pin. Okay, I want to talk about some things. I've gotten so many questions now about Diamond Academy and how can you get involved. And I want to tell you that these live events are powerful. They are important. They will change you, absolutely. But they will not change you to the extent that investing in yourself and coming into our community will, and I know that to be true. And Claire is a beautiful example. She started with Millionaire and then ascended up into Inner Circle. She did what the next level version of her would do before she became the next level version of her. That is the key to this work. I had to make the decision in September of 2019 to invest $9,000 in myself to take my very first personal growth and development course. And it wasn't a university degree. It wasn't a certification to be a better nurse. It was a program to study myself. And now, nearly $30 million later, I am so grateful that I made that difficult decision. So today, I will say that we are opening enrollment on Millionaire and Modern Mentor. And what I will say is anyone who does enroll in Millionaire and Modern Mentor right now in our promotional period will get my brand new course included. And it is a whole new program that I'm launching at Manifest Toronto. So anybody that signs up for Millionaire and Modern Mentor today or tomorrow or the next day, like during this window here, will get the new course and new program included. I'll tell you the name. I think I can tell you the name of the course. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you anything else though. The new course that's launching at Manifest Toronto is called The Rise. The Rise. So you will get that included. The other really, really beautiful thing is that now is the time more than ever to get into my energy and to get into my community. I am literally in the spaceship on the way to Mars right now, literally. And so you can come along for that ride and come with us, and we will absolutely be there to support you and guide you along this journey. I'm going to do the giveaway in a minute too. But one thing that I will say is that these programs have absolutely changed people's lives. And I can't even tell you, like, we're working on the websites right now, and they asked me for testimonials, and I'm like, okay, and we're sending it over, and it is thousands. Videos, there's messages, there's comments. Like we can't use them all because we don't have the space on the website to use them all. So when I tell you that this work it works. Like, I hope you feel that and you see that and you believe that, because if you enter into this, you make an inspired decision, you take inspired action, you will see yourself on here being interviewed in 6 months if that's what you want. And that tends to be a very common manifestation now, is people will say, I'm signing up, that's it, I made the decision, and I'm going to be interviewed by you in 6 months. So the team is putting the links to Millionaire in the chat. They're going to put the links to Modern and Mentor in the chat as well, and Manifest Toronto. But for the next, let's say 30 minutes only, anyone who signs up for Millionaire or Modern Mentor, I will give you a ticket to Manifest Toronto included. So only till 11:55 today will you get that Manifest Toronto ticket included. So if you're on the YouTube stream, find those links there. We'll put them in there. But Millionaire and Modern Mentor. So there was a couple questions about where you should start. If you have the investment capacity, I would start with Millionaire hands down first. Millionaire is a 6-month journey of personal growth and development and transformation. It is a healing journey, an ascension journey, and it is encompassing all things. So if you sign up for a Millionaire today, you will get the Rise included as well, which is the new course that I am launching. Modern Mentor is manifestation meets business, 8 manifestation lessons, 8 business lessons. And Modern Mentor is specifically for coaches and consultants and for leaders. So if you are somebody that currently has a coaching business, or you currently act as a consultant, if you do digital sales, that course would be the best for you. So that's entirely up to you. But I would say if you have any questions about the courses, I'm not going to tell you how much the Rise is yet, Jessica. Jessica wants to know. The Rise will be for sale on its own more towards the end of the month. But trust me when I tell you that you're going to want to take Millionaire now and Modern Mentor now and get the Rise included now. It's going to be a way better deal. What if you already signed up for both but want the free ticket to Manifest Toronto? You've already signed up for a Millionaire and a Modern Mentor? Is that what you're saying? Sorry, clarify. What else were they going to tell you? There was another question about Manifest Toronto. Oh, if you have questions about which one would be the right fit for you, or questions about your budget or financing options, we also have a financing option for people that are in the US and in Canada. There's a third-party lender. I had to prove that my programs work for them to fund my courses. So we also have that option too, but you'll have to speak to somebody on my team in order to have access to that. So if you haven't chatted with your manifestation mentor and you're looking to find them and you don't know how, please just put, I'm looking for my mentor, or someone please help me, or reach out to me, and we'll find you in the chat. And on YouTube, you could do it too. Maybe the best thing on there is to send us a message, fill out the form so we can reach out to you. We've had a lot of people reach out in the past few days asking about courses and programs. So my team has been on a lot of calls chatting with all of you. It's been really, really inspiring. It's been really, really beautiful to hear. And so I want to make sure that you get a chance to chat with them before the time runs out. So right now, our promotional period is probably about a week and a half. And during this period now, where we have open enrollment, we have Millionaire and Modern Mentor available. Of course, Inner Circle is available as well. We have 2 beautiful new members of Inner Circle last week that joined, so we're really excited to meet them on the call this week. The promotion period that we have open right now is going to be Modern Mentor and Millionaire. It's going to include the Rise, but for the next 30 minutes is where the Manifest Toronto ticket will be included. And it's for anyone that takes us up on this offer in the next 30 minutes only. And anyone who makes a decision today, I always, on open enrollment day, I always send out a gift. And open enrollment day, oh, thank you, Jen. Jen's putting that up on the screen. I love that. House of Manifestation is always available, yes. House of Manifestation is included in Millionaire and Modern Mentor both. So if you're looking at House of Manifestation, maybe consider one of these. How do I join Inner Circle? Inner Circle, please speak to your Modern Mentor. Reach out to them on the team, Candy, and get some information. There is an application form that we have you fill out for Inner Circle. It's $45,000 USD for the year, pay in full, and that is for you to be on biweekly calls with me in the Inner Circle. You study with me. You also will have 2 in-person events with me in the calendar in the year, in the rolling year. So we will be in Miami in September as an Inner Circle, and then we will be again in the new year. Anybody that has just signed up for Millionaire in the past few days, you will get the Rise included, yes. So don't worry about that. So all the names, the congratulations that I did for you this morning, that is, you will get the Rise included as well, yes, don't worry. Yeah, fantastic. If you have any other questions about Millionaire or Modern Mentor and you want me to direct it, please let me know in the chat and I can answer a few questions about our programs. I would love to do that right now. That would be very, very helpful. But while you put your questions in the chat, please, let's do the giveaway. Okay, so I'm giving away 2 things today. So today I want to give away $1,111. And I also want to give away 1 one-on-one coaching call. So $1,111, and I want to give away 1 coaching call. So I pulled 2 names earlier today, so we'll see if the 2 names are on. I pulled an extra name just in case one of these 2 names aren't here right now. I would prefer that you are on Zoom, so hopefully they are. The first name, so this is for the $1,111. The first name we pulled is Kirtlyn Ferguson. Kirtlyn Ferguson, $1,111. Is she on? Is she on? How can I tell? I can search that name, I guess. Oh, yes. Yes, I believe she is on. Fantastic. So, Kirtland, congratulations. You won $1,111. And then the other one was for the one-on-one coaching call. So I'm just going to search up this name real quick and see if this person is on. Oh, what was it? Hold on, I'm just looking. Let's just see if this person is on. I'm not sure they are because I'm not seeing. Oh, yes. Yep. I think this might be a man. Wow, this would be nice, wouldn't it? A man winning a one-on-one coaching call. Ooh, the ways in which I can support you. Oh, this is going to be fun. What? You're kidding me. Corey Clanfield just wrote in the chat that he just signed up for Millionaire, and he's the name that I was about to say. If that isn't the power of this work, then I don't know what is. Wow. Corey, this is great. Millionaire, and you're going to have a call with me. Oh, this is going to be fun. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everybody. Okay. Did we have some questions about Millionaire and Modern Mentor? I know that they've gotten a little bit buried for me here. So let me go back and we're going to spend the next few minutes. I have a beautiful song to end us out today, you guys. Don't leave until you listen to this song because I'm tapping you into this energy so beautifully. Okay, let me go back. Oh my gosh, there's so much in the chat, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. What is House of Manifestation? So House of Manifestation is our entry-level community. It's $197 per month or $19.97 for the year, pay in full. And it is a community that I mentioned Shannon Beardsmore is the facilitator for. There is no formal course or program. I teach live once a month. We have guest experts. I'm going to be teaching for the first time ever in House of Manifestation this month. I'm going to be teaching the perpetual transmutation of sexual energy. I'm going to talk about the importance of sex in your manifestations. I am so pumped to teach this. Okay, we have Eric Bigger, part of House of Manifestation, Kaylee Costello. We have Tina Bishai, which is my energy worker, as part of House of Manifestation. Some beautiful, beautiful guest speakers. And there are some courses and stuff in there. Can you explain what the Rise is again? I had sound issues. So I am launching a brand new course off of Manifest Toronto. So at Manifest Toronto, I will be offering for the first time the program, my new course called The Rise. And it has been a complete channel. It has come through me in many, many different ways. All of the content and everything has already been done. Nothing's been filmed, but it's already come through me. So I will be teaching it live. It will start in June. Anyone who signs up for Millionaire or Modern Mentor right now during this promotional period will get the Rise included. But otherwise, we're not going to talk any more about the Rise until it's ready to launch at the end of May. But you'll get it included if you purchase today. Okay, there was another question. Somebody asked, should I do Modern Mentor before Millionaire? Or do I need to do Millionaire before Modern Mentor? No. So many people start with Millionaire, even if they are a coach or a mentor themselves. And the reason why is because Millionaire is all about a complete transformation of your inner world. We're not talking about your business. We're not going to be talking about the action piece as much. It's more so the complete transformation. It is a journey of self-discovery. So we're not talking about like a specific industry or anything like that in there. In Millionaire, we have people from all over the world in all different careers. But Modern Mentor is more specifically for those in a mentorship role, those that are in leadership, a coach, a consultant, energy workers, things like that. And so what I've combined in that program is the healing transformative journey with the business side. So I actually talk about like branding on social media. I talk about creating your offers, how to price yourself, et cetera, et cetera. So it really is the merge between the feminine and the masculine, but specifically for those that are building businesses in the digital space, because obviously that's what I'm really good at. But if you don't know which one is a fit for you, chat with somebody on the team. They'll let you know. Because if there's a whole bunch of healing work that we want you to do, we want you to do that before we move into Modern Mentor. Yeah. Okay, let me see what other questions I had in here. Oh, there's so many. Congrats. You guys are so loving and caring to one another. This is so beautiful. There's so many congrats that the questions are buried. Okay, I'm still looking. Team, if there's any question I missed and you find it, please let me know. Oh, they're buried. I can't find anything now. Okay, if there's any questions, put them in the chat. Everything is USD. Yeah. Because we are an international business, so because we are a global business, we are all over the world, it actually makes more sense to us to use a currency that is widely accepted all over the world. So the USD currency is the one that works the best for us. So we are all in USD. The only thing that's in Canadian is Manifest Toronto. And the reason that's in Canadian is because it's in Toronto. Yeah. When am I doing an in-person event in Europe? I know, right? I see Manifest being a tour. So I would love to take the Manifest event, the live event that we do in person, and I would love to create a tour out of it where I go to like Miami, LA, Paris, maybe Germany, wherever you want. Yeah. Manifest Toronto is $333 Canadian, I believe. Yeah. It's like a 6-hour event. So we're going to be in person in Toronto at a beautiful location. We're going to be in beautiful energy. Someone is asking how they promote that. Yeah. Okay. What is the price? Okay. So the price for Millionaire, I think Jen had put that up on the screen for a little while there. Millionaire is a $12,000 program, but when you pay in full, you get it for $10,000. So we give you a break for that. And then Modern Mentor is $17,000 and you get it for $15,000 when you pay in full. You also, when you pay in full, get guided visualizations as your bonus, which are so beautiful. I specifically designed them and recorded them for the members of the program. Yeah. Okay. Greetings from Germany. Yes. Hello. If you already are in the digital space and you're not seeing success yet, do you recommend stopping and doing the inner work before relaunch? I wouldn't necessarily say to completely stop, MJ, but what I would say is come in and go into a period of inner work and growth where you're going to go within and you're going to shift and change. And then I would absolutely do a relaunch. I wouldn't stop. I never stop. I'm always ascending. I'm always growing. I'm always doing. But you might want to just go within for a little while. It's like the calm before the beautiful storm that will ensue once you make the decision, right? Should I wear comfortable clothes to manifest? You absolutely can. Yes, wear comfortable clothes. But if you're already in the digital space and you're not seeing success yet, let's get you in here. Let's get you in here and growing because success is right there. There's something in your consciousness you're not open to receive. There's a resistive energy somehow, somewhere within you. And so we want to shift that. And it's absolutely somewhere in your consciousness. So there's a pattern, a program, a belief system, an energy. Because there's a lot of people that are really, really seeing a lot of success in the digital space. So it's not that success isn't there. It's not that the digital space isn't abundant. It's that you're not a match. So we want to help you to get you to be a match. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad you love the visualizations, Tommy. Okay, I love your point about identity, but when it comes to race, to see non-dominant race dying by police brutality, racism, poverty, low performance in school, etc., because of inequality, how to change it? Andy, this is a fantastic question. And you know, I have a one-on-one coaching client, and in my inner circle, her name is Nakia. And she's actually speaking at Manifest Toronto, Nakia Nunn Parks. She's known as the Savage Spiritualist. Her and I have actually talked about this a lot because she's built a $60 million business. And she has been, oh, Nakia's on. Do you want to say it, Nakia? Do you want to answer this? Hold on, let me unmute her. Hold on. You're on. I'm so glad you're here. Do you want to answer this, Nakia?
You can answer it, but yeah, I just started smiling because I went back 2 years when I first started, and I was like, it's easy for you to talk about all this shit because you're not affected in it. I was very there. But now I think for me, it is literally about kind of teaching this work from a place that, yes, we do see the collective consciousness of the world and what they push, especially for Black and brown people. But we have to teach a belief system that even within the confines of this, as you rise, you allow everybody else to rise. As you do the work, my family, the ripple effect that I've seen in my marriage, my family, my husband did 25 years in prison. He's sitting right here in the car driving me now. And that's a whole story. So I had a very, I don't know how to say it. The pulse of what you just said was deeply running through me with anger and rage and all the things. But as I've stepped back and done the work and allowed my consciousness to rise, I'm now stepping into these places in a different identity, and I'm seeing how I'm changing it. Because gas and fire normally doesn't make for a really good recipe. So I had to create a different energy that could kind of soothe the fire, but also make the change. And now I'm one of the biggest donors. We've created schools. It's a lot. But I had to first shift into a different identity to be able to see that spirits and souls don't even really have race, colors, and genders. And if we can get people to get to a place of love, then a lot of this stuff will subside. Not maybe like in the next day, but as a rising tide will raise all boats. So I'm just trying to do my part. So good question though. I love that fire.
Yeah. And one of the things you said to me once, Nikki, and I know we've talked about this numerous times, is we're not here to say that the realities of social inequalities aren't real. We're not saying they aren't happening, because we know that they are. And not just for race, for many, many different people, many, many different experiences. But what we're saying is that your own individual consciousness, your own individual experience with it will manifest the next experience for you. So we don't want you to expect that anymore. We want you to expect something different for yourself. And then when we up and elevate out of that dominant paradigm that exists of social inequalities, that's how we empower everyone around us to rise up and out. And that's where Nikia and what she is going to do this year with her Savage Spiritualist brand is going to change the narrative in this world around this, because she has stepped into her power. And it means that she's going to now change what's happening in the world by helping other people to step back up into their power. So Nikia, thank you for being on. How divine was that? Hi, George. Kathleen says hi. She can't hear because he's in his ears. Oh my gosh. What a good question. Thank you, Nikia. We'll see you soon. Love you. And then there's people that will be on here and they're going to say something to me about I can't afford it. And I just want to say that was what I would have said probably 4 years ago. I probably would have said, yeah, no, I can't afford that. I don't have the money for that. I can't do that. But when in all intents and purposes is that I could afford it. I just didn't think that I was worthy enough to afford it. I came out of university with how much money in debt from a university degree and like absolutely no job, but I was willing to go $40,000 in debt because you told me as a society that I should go to university, So that's what I did, right? So, Anne just signed up for Millionaire. Beautiful. Oh, you guys are taking us up on the Manifest Toronto ticket offer for the first 30 minutes. There's 10 minutes left. So don't wait. If you've applied for EASE and you've gotten EASE funding, you want to get EASE funding, just let us know. We'll keep track of it. Let your manifestation mentor know, and we'll keep track of it. If you applied for EASE funding within the 30 minutes, I'm going to say that we will honor it. We will honor it. I know you guys are asking me. But the thing of it is that the money will always find its way to you when you make the decision to need the money. If you don't need the money won't come to you. But when you need the money will come. It's called creating the demand. So I create the demand all the time. I create the demand all the time. So if your car broke down tomorrow, would you replace it? You would figure it out and you'd replace it. If your phone broke tomorrow, you'd figure it out and you'd replace it. If your furnace broke, you'd figure it out and you'd replace it. If you are someone that is saying, I absolutely cannot, there is no way, get into House of Manifestation. I want every single one of you to get into our energy in our community in some capacity, because that's where the change happens and we know it. We absolutely know it. So what I will say is that being in our energy and being in our community is powerful. It is life-changing. It is transformative, and it will change your life. So reach out to the manifestation mentor that has reached out to you, please, and chat with them about what your best option might be if you're confused. There really is, it's not a lot of options. It's not that confusing, but the ego is going to tell you you don't know. But just chat with us and we will help you. I'd love to. No one's ever reached out. I think we've probably reached out to almost all of you. It might have gone to your junk mail folder. So check your junk email folder. You also have text messages that we sent out too. So you can also email in info@diamondacademy.ca and we will help you. The beautiful thing is now is we have so many of you interested in joining us that people are coming from all different places, right? People are coming from all different places. Your mentors are awesome. Someone just sent me a direct message. I know, aren't they? Right? They're so awesome. Okay, so Dee and Sandra just joined Millionaire. Corey just enrolled for Millionaire. Anne just enrolled for Millionaire. Denise just enrolled for Millionaire. Oh my heart. We are rising together, you guys. Cindy just signed up for Millionaire and Modern Mentor. Karen, I can't even keep up with this. I am so excited for all of you. Like, life is about to change. And those of you that have already taken Millionaire and Modern Mentor and you're currently in a program and your program is ending, or you were in a program, you've completed the program, let's get you back into another program. Being in our energy is so valuable and you know it. So chat with us about what your options are. We have the Rise coming up. It will be amazing for you. What are your beliefs around saving money, Casey? Listen, money must be in circulation, and the more that you circulate money, the more money will come back. I don't believe in saving money. It's not something that I do. Will I let money accumulate in my bank account and overflow into my bank account? Sure, I will. But to save money, save it from what? Save it for what? Saving has this feeling of, I'm going to save it for a rainy day. I want to have a certain amount of money in my account just in case. Rainy day, just in case. What are we planning for? What's the assumption? The underlying assumption is there's not going to be enough. Something bad might happen. I might lose my job. This might happen, blah, 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 blah. Kathleen, do you personally teach the courses? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let's put the links back in. Tracy's asking where she signs up. Tommy is going to be interviewed at my next live event, apparently. And Josh and Brooke were at Rise, and Josh told me that he is going to be the best testimonial that I have ever had. Now, how's that for manifestation energy? What is that going to create for Josh? Moderate success? That type of energy? No, that is an all-in energy. And it's very, very powerful. Yeah, it's explosive, Karen. I agree. Absolutely explosive. I have this piece that I will get in. I'm not sure how, but I know. Yeah, if you know that you're going to be a part of our community or energy, you've made the decision, the money will flow. Listen to Claire. What did Claire say? She signed up for Millionaire, put it on a credit card, made it back right away. And now she went even higher into my inner circle, which is 45,000. And what was the commission checks that she's been manifesting? Will Modern Mentor help with my online business? Absolutely. So will Millionaire, though. Really, any of our courses will, because it's all you. 20K, 40K, 2.3 mil. Yeah. Katie, I signed up for 10K, then 17K, and I manifested 40K right away. Oh, and then 180K. Oh, look at this. All these manifestations in the chat. Can I borrow Claire's credit card? Listen, it's money. Like debt is just money. It's somebody else's, but you get to use it until you grow. Your energy is quantum leaping each time I watch, Kathleen. Oh, Jacqueline, you too. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing with us yesterday. We've only got a couple more minutes left in the 30-minute countdown that we did for the Manifest Toronto ticket. But anybody that does enroll today, before the end of the day, I have a special gift I'm going to mail you. So anybody that signed up till now, you're going to get this special gift. It is our very first House of Manifestation product. It is not for sale yet, and I'm going to send you it. So you're going to be one of the first ones to get it. And I made it myself, designed it myself, and I'm super, super proud of it. So anybody that signs up for anything today for Millionaire or Modern Mentor today, I will send that to you. Congratulations to everybody that signed up. Can we give everybody that is signing up a big, big round of applause? This is a very, very powerful place to be in. Your energy is so beautiful. So congratulations. Be so proud of yourself. Do I have to sign up? If you sign up right now, you'll get a Manifest Toronto ticket, but you can sign up today and get the gift. That's fine too. But make sure you don't put it off. Do it today because I want you to get that beautiful, beautiful gift of mine. I want to end with a couple of notes, and then I have a beautiful song to end us off with. So one of the things that I truly, truly believe is the key to manifesting the life of your dreams is to make a decision what you want in a very clear and concise way and make the steps to move towards it. So we are not going to just dream and then not do. We are going to dream. We are going to be in la la land. We are going to create the delusion, and then we are going to move towards it every single day until it is done. Until it is done. No matter what has happened in my life, no matter the circumstances, no matter the situations, I forever will be teaching this material and supporting people in their ascension without a shadow of a doubt. There is nothing that you can't tell me I can't have or do. I have convinced myself that everything I want is already done, is already here. Congratulations, Stephanie. She's all into Millionaire too. I can't keep up with this, you guys. This is so beautiful. And I'll tell you that this was actually in my mind, a day where so many of you were signing up and choosing yourselves and ascending and growing, that I felt it. I felt it, I visualized it, and now I'm observing it because of who I've become. Your identity is your coupon. I love that. So what I want to say though, is in this journey, there's going to be moments where it's going to get uncomfortable and fear is going to pop up. And the way in which I have always dealt with this is to understand what fear really is, right? So love is our natural state of being, and love is our connection to God, source, creator, energy. That feeling of being in love is where you are your closest to God, and you may be in love with your life. It might be that you're in love with you. It might be in love with your business. It might be in love with your kids. But the more in love with life you are, the less room there is for fear. And so when you feel fear come up, I want you to remember that there is love right there waiting for you to grab onto. All you have to do is move into a loving thought, a loving perspective, send a loving message to someone, and it will shift your energy just like that to move into love. So I dare you to get off this Zoom today and go send someone that you love so much a message and tell them how much you love them. Express that love for them, and you will absolutely feel the effects of that in your life, in your business, and through everything that you do every single day. But one thing that I have chose time and time again is that my impact is more important than my fear. My impact is more important than my fear. So I am here to make a difference in this world. I am here to impact people. I am not here to sit quietly at home in fear and not do it. So, are you going to choose your impact over your fear today? Because that's where the growth is. So let's move into love, let's move into joy, let's move into peace, and let's make decisions for the greater good of all by allowing ourselves to thrive. So you have met over the course of the past few years some people that have come through my energy in my community, and they are powerful. And they are impacting people. You heard from Nakia, she's changing the world. You heard from Claire, she's changing the world. You heard from Jacqueline, she's changing the world because they're choosing to step into their elevation and into the best of themselves. And let me tell you, these women are willing to do the hard work, and I'm right there with them. I'm right there with them. And so we are here to be there with you, to help you to choose impact over fear, but you really, really have to make that decision yourself. I can't do it for you. You have to make that decision. Miranda's changing the world too. Yes, you are. And all of us are. The impact of this collective right now, this many people on a Zoom talking about love, talking about ascension, talking about growth, all the impact that we are having on collective consciousness right now, you guys, is big. The more of us do this. I have a vision where we'll be doing this with 10,000 people live very soon. And the impact that that will have on collective consciousness, 10,000 people on here. I mean, if you want to see the best the world has to offer, you must offer the world your best. And so I truly try to be my best every day, to be genuine, to be authentic, to be honest, to lead with love, and to really, really serve as the best of myself every single day. And so I'm grateful for everybody. Congratulations for everybody that has joined us. Honestly, this has been a life-changing 2 days. We've decided to make changes in the business and do things a little bit differently. And you all are telling us that we're on the right path and the right track. So we will keep going. We will keep doing it. I cannot wait to hug everyone in Manifest Toronto in a couple of weeks. I can't wait to see all the new Millionaire and Modern Mentor students on the upcoming calls this week. And then Inner Circle too. I've got a beautiful, beautiful lesson for Inner Circle this week that is going to be so powerful. So I just want to end with a couple thoughts of gratitude. So thank you again for everyone, for everything that you did, for your contribution to this live event. You are important. You matter. You make a difference in this world. And when you allow your light to really shine, it feels so good to be seen, because your light, just like Shannon, she's the lighthouse. She always calls me her lighthouse. But when you shine, people can find you. They see your light and they will be drawn to it. And then they will be there asking you to help them, because you are now the light. So this is the most important work. The final song we're going to end with before we stop the stream, I want to say. So we're going to end with a beautiful Beyonce song. This song it makes me very emotional. It means a lot to me. It's very important. I have shared it with the Modern Mentor students before. And the reason why it's so powerful and important to me is because I do not want to leave this physical body without being able to say that I played full out, that I was here. So we're going to play I Was Here by Beyonce as our final song. Congratulations, everybody. I love you so much, truly, every single one of you.